Good morning, students. Now we are going to discuss about power plant engineering. This subject is common for EEE mechanical as well as final year mechanical students. This subject is common for second year EEE and final year mechanical. I am Vijay Kumar from MAM School of Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering. The unit 1 is coal-based thermal power plant. We conducted in five part of sections from coal-based thermal power plant. Now we are going to discuss about part 1 sections. First of all, this course containing various outcomes and various objectives are there. Now, this main objective of this power plant technology is providing an overview of power plant and detailing the role of mechanical engineers in their operations and maintenance sections. Then the course outcome in first unit, second unit, third unit, fourth unit and fifth unit. In this first unit, we are the mainly discuss about the coal-based thermal power plant using coal as a raw material. That power plant in various components are present in there. Now we are detailed sections in unit 1 and the second unit is diesel gas combined power plant. The raw material is diesel gas. This is a raw material. Using this raw material to construct the power plant, generate the power from the gas and diesel. Then the third unit is nuclear power plant. The main raw material is nuclear. This nuclear fission and fusion reactions will be carried out from this unit. Then fourth unit is renewable energy. Renewable energy system means they are in various types of renewable energy systems in our country: solar, wind, geothermal, hydro, biomass, like that. Various types of power plant components, constructions, layout, working to be discussed in unit 4. Then course outcome in 5. That power plant using various cost of electrical productions in that power plant to calculate the economic and environmental hazards. The fifth unit to awareness about the 4 unit to be combined in the very detailed about in fifth unit. The mainly the fifth unit in the calculation part is using that economic and environmental hazards is a major. The economic in the sense the maintenance of the power plant, labor's cost of the power plant, then equipment failure, accidents occur in the power plant. That are the details to be discussed in unit 5. Then overview of this each unit. First of all, the first unit is coal based thermal power plant and the second unit is diesel gas turbine and combined cycle power plant. The raw material is diesel and gas, is using this raw material to generate the power or combined both gas and turbine. Then the third unit is nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant using the nuclear is a raw material that is called uranium, thorium, plutonium is a raw material. That raw material to form to generate the power, that raw material that is called fission reaction and fusion reaction to extract this raw material to power from that raw material. Now the current we are using in fission reactions only, these are the enormous amount of heat will be liberated. Then fusion reaction we need as more input, then fission reaction is less input compared to the fusion reaction. Then only the we are choosing in fission reactions only. Then the fourth unit is power from the renewable energy resources. Already I told that renewable energy resources in the sense the raw material is a renewable, that is called solar, wind, geothermal, hydro and biomasses. These are the renewable energy resources. These are the renewable sources to be called as a raw material. That raw material to use as generate a power in to be very detailed in the fourth unit. Then the fifth unit is energy economic. How much of energy required from this above power plant, how much of energy required from this power plant, what is the cost of this energy, what is the maintenance cost of the energy, what is the equipment cost of the energy, and how to, if this during this power plant, if there is environmental hazards will be occur or not to be find out in various issues are there. That detailed about in unit 5. Now, the prescribed textbook is PK Knag Power Plant Engineering is the third edition in our regulation 2017. The power plant engineering, these all topics to be covered in PK Knag is very good textbook referred from Anna University, Chennai. This is a reference book. Reference books is also needed for interview point of view. Some of the problems occur in the reference book also. You have to compare in last 5 years question paper. Number of problems occur from reference books also. There's a fifth unit problem in the sense unit 5 that same questions will be liberated in the university, reflected from universities also. That's the reference book if you need it. The e-books also available in LibGen library websites. Kindly to download this library website that is called e-books to be as a downloader. Now the current situation, e-books is very suitable for in our career. Then the today topic is thermal power plant using coal. The coal is a raw material, using this raw material to produce as a power. The students are able to understood the components of the power plant. First of all, the students are how to know working in the thermal power plant, that power plant using in various components, the various components how it's work. That work extracts from the energy, that energy to be converted into the electrical energy, that electrical energy we are distributed in some other stations. The main motive of this unit is to understand the power plant concept, that is called coal based thermal power plant. Then these are the topics discussed in unit 1, that is called Rankine cycle and layout of the modern coal power plant, critical boiler, fluidized bed combustion boiler, turbine, condenser, heat rate, then substations, fuel and ash content, draft systems, water treatment systems, and binary cycles. Binary cycles in this two cycles to be used, that is called Rankine cycle, reheat cycle, or regenerate cycle. Using these types of cycles to be combined in 2 or more for our situation. And then cogeneration plant. Cogeneration plant is need the power to as a create as own. That is called cogeneration plant. In sugar, most of the sugar factories to create as cogeneration plant. Now, the mechanical engineering, why the study about in power plant, that is called electrical work. Why the mechanical engineering using this means, the mechanical engineering to know about the generation rotations, hence the generation, the turbine rotations is directly proportional to the generator. In the mechanical engineering is definitely study about the power plant. Then only to know how the mechanical work is directly proportional to the electrical work. That is called turbine is directly coupled to the generator. Rotational of the turbine is equal to the rotational of the generator. Then only the rotational of the generator is depend upon to produce a power. Then what is the thermal coal based thermal power plant means? Thermal engineering, thermal energy. Thermal energy is converted into steam energy. That steam energy is converted into rotational mechanisms. That mechanisms to be converted into electrical energy. Okay, this is a simple Rankine cycle about the thermal power plant. We have a pump to extract the water from the condenser or some other the source is will be feed into the boiler. That the boiler input is water as well as the heat. It will be combined, both input will be liberated into the output, like that the steam. That the steam is indicated as number 3. It passes into the turbine. The turbine indicates in yellow shade. That turbine to produce it tends to rotates the blade. That rotating blade is directly coupled to the generator. That the generator it tends to rotate, it produces a power. The before that the steam strikes the turbine blades. After that it passes into the condenser. That condenser the steam is converted into the water, that is called lateral heat take place in the condenser. If converted into the water, that water will passes into the cooling tower or some other water heat required plant like that. um, then pump is feed into the water and given to the boiler section. This is a general layout of thermal power plant. This is a general layout. This general layout, coal handling storage and coal handling mechanisms we are using is this various types of coals like that peat, lignite, bituminous, subbituminous, like that coal. This coal will be feed into the boiler. That boiler is converted into the steam. As water is converted into the steam, the coal is after burning is passes through the ash content. That steam strikes the turbine. The turbine is directly coupled to the generator. The generator is directly molded into the distribution stations. The power plant is a stations in which the heat energy is converted into the electrical energy. That is called turbine to produce as a heat. The steam strikes a turbine. That turbine is directly coupled into the generator. It produces electricity. After strikes the strikes the steams, it will be passes through the condenser, it converted into the water. Now we are going to discuss next class we are going to discuss about the various components like that generator, cooling tower, condenser, boiler, various types of boiler. It discuss in next class. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.